Humanity has been driven from Earth, but now it's time to take it back. Join the Reconquest and fight the Scourge on the Drop Zone Commander Hub at beastsofwar.com. Flames of War brings you the battles of World War II in epic 15mm scale. Go to the hub on beastsofwar.com to find news, tactics, and tutorials about the game.
So, hi guys, welcome to the Dawn of Dark Age. I'm of course joined by Michael from Cool Mini or Not. Today we're having a look at what big guys can do in the game. Now, we've been doing this for a little while now, and honestly, I like the big guys in Dark Age. I want to see what they can do on table. So I've taken one of the Archangels for the Forsaken. Do you have his cards there for me?
Absolutely. You have Archangel Michael and the Red Sister off to the side.
Lovely. So I am investing heavily in this guy. He is quite expensive. How much does he cost?
It's 150 points.
He's expensive, but I think he's going to be worth it. So our current table layout, we have everybody's fighting across the rooftops and through some of the corridors. We're facing off against the outcasts, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing we're fighting for some scavenging rights here.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We got to control this facility, right?
Well, of course. I'm sure there's something shiny buried in the vaults. So where do you want to start?
Let's go ahead and start with initiative.
Okay. Well, let's see what I get. An 8.
I've got an 18, so you're going to be first.
Right, well, let's not be subtle about this. I'm just going to activate the Archangel Michael, and let's see what he can do. So I need a tape measure, and I'm going to have a quick look at his stat card here. So he's got 4 actions, and he moves 3 inches. So unlike the Drugiri, he's a little bit quicker at the minute, which I quite like. So he's really just going to get stuck in. So from here, it's going to take him 2 actions to get across to this Salt Lake Nomad and into base contact, but he is getting the charge bonus, so I'm quite content with that. So what am I going to attack with? I think I'm just going to go straight with his Sword of Wrath, which is brutal and has fire damage.
So anything he hits is going to be set on fire. And something I just want to touch on right quick. He is 150 points, as we mentioned earlier. The standard game of Dark Age is 500 points. This guy is just under a third of your total point allotment in one guy. He is actually more points than almost any 3 of my guys added together.
I can live with this. I expect him to kill far more than his points worth.
Well, let's see what he does.
All right, so I'm going to go with the Sword of Wrath. So I'm getting 1 attack with it. My AS is 8, plus 1 for charging, so that's AS 9 versus the armor of your Salt Lake Nomad. My
defense on my tribal warrior is going to be a 4.
Okay, so that's bringing me to a 13 or less. So let's hit you with the first one. 19. Damn. Okay, I will spend an action point, and I will go for another attack, this time on 12 or less. Okay, 3 this time. That's better.
Well, better for you. Unfortunately, I just got hit with a giant flaming sword.
It's a power of 8.
So my guy, the fire effect isn't on hit effect. So my guy, assuming he survives, is also on fire, which we'll get to if it comes up. He might just be dead.
Okay.
That power of an 8 is nothing to joke about. My armor's a 14, so I'm going to need to roll a 6 or less, 8 from 14.
I can live with this.
Roll, and we get a 12, so unfortunately a failure there.
So 1 man down. So dead, dead, and dead. Lovely. I've still got 2 more actions. So he's just going to do the same again. He's going to move across here and attack the next guy.
So those full charge bonuses. All right.
Yep. So I'm on 13 or less again because it is just another standard tribesman. So a 1. Yes.
Critical hit. All right, maybe the big guys are working out for you, Justin.
So another one bites the dust. Again, it's those cinematic water cooler moments. I want to be able to walk away from this saying, yep, I took the Archangel Michael, he came in and he just wrecked house. So I have 1 action left. I'm really not going to hang about here, so I'm just going to have him move 3 inches. Now, I'm not sure if he'll actually fit into the corridor, so I may just set him across the top here. But 3 inches will take him to about here, and he'll just sit on the top, like so.
So this big cinematic moment of screams coming down the hallway here, and all of a sudden this giant metal just chunk as he just lands down there, and you see this giant flaming Archangel in the hallway.
Yeah.
Luckily, my guys already kind of set up this big fire base here to start shooting down the hallway.
1, 2, 3, 4 guys in here, so this could be funny.
Yeah,
we'll see.
3.5. This is a kid. It's a Scud. You wouldn't hurt a kid, would you?
It's the Archangel Michael. He must purge the unbelievers. All of them.
Okay. All right.
The men,
all right.
the women, the children, all of them.
All right. You're getting into this. I like it. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. I want that thing dead, just to show that, it's an Archangel. Whatever. We can take it down.
Come at me.
So my Wasteland Warriors are going to squad link together.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. There's 2 Wasteland Warriors there. A Tribal Warrior. He does not share the same squad link keyword as them, so he cannot group together. So what I'm going to do is actually link my 2 Wasteland Warriors together.
Okay, so this guy and this guy, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with the one in the back.
Okay.
So their weapon is a zip gun. This is actually a big grappling gun, so if I hit you, I can actually drag you up into combat with me.
You think this is a good plan?
I don't know yet. I will decide when I hit you.
Okay.
Because, dragging you up and beating you to death with a bunch of cudgels, that's a pretty cool way to kill an Archangel too, right?
Yeah, but the Archangel survives.
If you survive. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
You're saving me the bother of having to foot slug it up to you.
Yeah, exactly. Just helping you out, worst case scenario. All right, I have a range of 10, but my malfunction on this gun is not great, as you could probably imagine. So you're definitely in range. Okay. I have an AS of a 5. What's your defense?
5.
So I'm going to need a 10 or less.
Let's
50, go ahead and take a shot.
That's not bad.
Yep. You're right, it is 50-50. I'm going to go ahead and aim to get another +2 to that. So 12 or less.
60-40.
It's a 5. All right.
Work.
That's going to be a hit.
Okay.
That's going to be a power 4. But before we get to that, since this is your shiny new toy, you have a bunch of special abilities that make him an absolute brutal guy. Because, again, 150 points.
Yep.
So deflection is one of your abilities.
Uh-huh.
And as the namesake says, that means that if I hit you, you can make an AS check, which is you take the highest attack value you have on your card.
Okay, so that would be the 8.
If you roll that or lower, you just deflect the attack of your shield.
Okay. A 1.
Okay, so that zip gun went firing at you, and Michael said no.
Basically, backhanded it with the sword, going, no, not today.
Well, that's unfortunate for me. So,
well, I am burning my crits on saving that.
Hopefully, this guy is scary. I'm not gonna lie when I say I'm a little worried about dealing with him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna stay right where he is because he's got that last action, but I don't really have anywhere he wants to move.
Okay.
My next Wasteland Warrior. He's going to attempt to do the same thing. Okay. I'm really hoping to actually hit you with one of these, so we'll see. So before AS of 5, defense of 5, need a 10.
Okay.
That's going to be a 9, so that's going to be a hit. That's going to be another deflection check.
That's going to be a 10.
Okay, so that's a failure on that.
Yeah.
That's great. At this point, you're going to have to make your armor save. Power of a 4, and your armor is what?
Ridiculous, 20. So 16 or less.
16 or less. Great.
That'll be a 4.
Okay. Now, I've got the option of trying to pull you into combat. And you know what? Against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Okay.
So I need to roll a 12 or less. It's actually going to get a small penalty to that because you're bigger than me, because you're a giant hulking Archangel. So I need a 10 or less, 50-50 shot. I'm going to try it anyway. Roll a 9.
Lovely.
I'm going to go ahead and pull you into combat with me.
Go right ahead.
The weapon also has the knockdown special rule, which is I'm going to try to knock you down because, you know what? You're this high and mighty Archangel. I'm going to throw you on the ground and beat you up with clubs. So I'm going to try to knock you down as well.
Okay, good luck.
Same thing,
good luck.
10 or less. 14. Okay, so we managed to reel him into combat here, but he's just now standing in front of us.
That's fine with me.
Okay, that's a little scary.
Yeah.
So my Wasteland Warrior is going to whip out his club here, and he's going to start trying to beat you down with his bludgeon.
Okay.
AS of a 5, defense of 5. You're going to need a 10 or less. 4. Hit.
Okay. Armor 20.
And unfortunately, because the Archangel Michael is a giant war machine, not only do you have deflection, but you have the parry special ability.
Lovely.
Which is the same thing as deflection, but for melee attacks.
So 8 or less to hit you back?
Yes.
Well, worst possible dice roll. Right on the corner. 15.
So, okay, luckily that attack did go through, so it's going to be a power 4.
Okay, you've caught him off guard. He didn't expect to get pulled into the room. So, it's a power of 4?
Yes.
Okay, so 16 or less. That'll be a 4.
Jeez. Okay, well, luckily you're in combat with me, so I don't even need to go anywhere now. So, that was my first action to use a zip gun, second action to make a melee attack, third action, one more melee attack. Come on, keep going. 10, it's going to be a hit.
Okay, 8 or less. That's an 8.
It parries it out of the way. Okay, that's unfortunately it for my Wasteland Warriors, so it's back to you.
Okay, so I've got my red sister who's got 3 actions and a move of 3. She's quite slow. I think the only thing I'm really going to do here, I'm going to move her up to support him. So from where she is, if I can get the tape measure off you. There you go. She will go 3 will take her to here. Another 3 about here. And the last 3, she'll just stand right behind him in the corridor here. So I'll see. Ah! Okay.
No, don't run away. That's not good.
I think she was about there, yeah?
Yeah.
We're happy with that. Apologies, that was accidental. At least there was a net there to catch her.
She did land on the rooftop.
So from where we are at the minute, my Archangel is in here. My red sister is right behind him in here. And it's about to get nasty in here. Okay, so that's my activation done. On to you.
So you fully activate everything.
Yep, fully activate everything.
I have my Tribal Warrior and my Scut still left to activate. So I'm going to activate the Tribal Warrior right now.
Okay.
And I could shoot into melee, but I'm going to get some heavy penalties to that because you're in combat with my guys.
Yeah.
So he's actually just going to run up.
Okay.
And that's going to show another tactic here. I know you're within 3 inches because you're right in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move right up.
Yep.
It's going to get my charge bonus right
Okay.
here. So my Tribal Warrior, he has an AS of 5. Goes up to a 6 on the charge. But in addition to that, I get a +1 power and to hit for each ally in contact with the enemy as a gang up bonus.
Okay.
And this is one of the tactics to use to take down those big guys.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're in a cramped little area, and my guys didn't really team up as best they could, but we work with what we got.
All right.
It's an AS of a 6.
Let's see if you can
goes to a
crush
7.
my lovely big toy.
I need a 12.
Okay.
A 5.
Okay, I need 8 or less to parry.
Parry, yep.
Dice didn't roll quite correctly. 14. No, it goes through.
That's going to be a power of a 4, 5 with the charge, 6 with the gang up.
Armor 20, so 14 or less. 11.
You know the guy's nasty when even a power 6, which is fairly hefty, is not even putting a ding in him. All right, second action.
Yeah.
A 2. Give me another hit.
Okay. So this time it's 15 or less because you're not getting the charge.
Still.
Ah, yes. 8 or less. And 6.
6 deflects it. Last action. 16 is going to be a miss. Okay. All right, Scott. So just to let you know, that's a little kid.
Yeah.
It's got a little boomerang and a little shiv, and it's going to come at you with that little shiv.
So hang on. Right now you're sending this small child into combat with my massive hulking death machine.
When you word it like that, it seems irresponsible.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see what happens.
He is going to go ahead and he is just going to spin his movement to get down and move over.
Okay.
Getting a little cramped in here, but
you're really racking up those bonuses.
I am getting the bonuses here. So my Scud with his shiv is an AS of 2. +1 for the charge is a 3. 4 or 5 though for gang up since I've got 2 guys in contact.
Okay, and my defensive 5.
So I need 10s.
That's not bad.
7. He hits.
Okay.
Maybe.
8 or less. That'll be a 10.
Oh, so this is a power 1. 2 on the charge. 3, 4 for the gang up.
Okay, so 16 or less.
Oh,
this will be embarrassing.
I want my little kid just go for the knees.
Oh, look, Michael does have 3 wounds. Nope. Cocked dice. So, the one thing I don't like about this table, lots of cocked dice. A 9.
All right. First action. Got 2 more left.
Yeah.
Keep trying. Come on, kid. 19 is going to be a miss. Luckily, shivs don't malfunction.
Yep.
Come on. Last attack. Go. 1! Critical. So no armor save, no parry, just a wound.
Damn. Okay, so I'll grab a little wound token.
All that work there. For
all
one
of that
wound,
work
though.
for
and
that.
And how many does he have?
3.
3.
Lovely.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so is that everything of yours activated?
That is everything. So we're back to initiative, aren't we?
Yes, we are. So I'm actually going to roll in here.
Don't tell me. Don't. Oh, you told me what you got. If I win, I'm activating my kid first. That Scott's my MVP. 12. All right. 17.
Yes. Michael, you are called upon to do the Lord's work. Let's begin attacking with my 4 actions. So I'm not going to attack the kid first. I'm going to go after your clansman.
Okay.
So my AS of 8.
So you're targeting the tribal warrior?
Tribal warrior, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, actually, I'll use Purgation because it's a blast 2.
Ranged attack, can't use it in melee.
Damn. Worth a try. Read your cards. Sword.
So that was one reason that, just to catch up on here.
Yeah.
Your guy has a very nasty big blast attack that he just sets the area on fire with.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I actually pulled him up into melee, is because when you're in melee, you can't use the range attack. and that could actually cover and blow up all my guys because they're in one's confined area.
Okay.
So that was the trade-off there.
It's a fair tactic. Good thinking. Guys, remember to actually do that yourselves if you're facing Michael. Okay, so it's just the sword on... Well, I say just the sword.
Just the sword.
So it's AS 8 against your tribal warrior.
Defensive 4.
So 10 or less. Do I get any minuses for
12
being
or less.
outnumbered? Huh?
12 or less. 8 plus 4.
Oh, 8 plus 4, 12 or less. But do I get any minuses for all of the guys you have against
Nope,
me?
it's just strictly giving me a bonus.
Okay, that's one thing that's different from most games then, because normally whenever you're outnumbered, you start to get minuses and stuff. So, something to remember. Okay, 12 or less on the tribal warrior. That'll be a 1.
All right, that guy didn't even get a chance to be on fire. He's just dead. I guess that's kind of on fire.
Next action, Wasteland warrior.
Defense on him is also a 4.
Okay, 12 or less. 4.
Oh,
Power of 8.
6 or less. 6!
Okay, he's
alive, but on fire.
Okay.
Which, if he survives until he activates, we'll deal with it then.
Okay, I'll actually switch attacks now to the Scut, simply because I think it would be worthwhile to do it. There's no point if he's having to deal with fire.
It's just a little kid. It's just...
He tried to shiv me!
He didn't know any better.
No one taught him any better. Okay, what's his defense?
Defensive 4 on the kid.
4, so 12 again. That'll be an 8.
You know what the armor on the kid is?
What?
It's a 10. So a 2 or less.
Yeah.
This poor child that was wearing just a t-shirt that says I love Michael on it. And you're just...
Roll. Come on.
19. That kid is turbo dead.
Yes. Now, I'm assuming I don't have the actions to actually move out of combat right now.
So to leave combat, you can freely do that, but it costs 2 actions.
Yeah.
So that would be the rest of your turn.
3, so...
Oh, right.
So I don't have the actions to do it. But it's something maybe to remember again if you're in a very bad spot, bug out and get away.
Absolutely.
Right, I may as well go for that Wasteland Warrior again because I still have the action to do it. So 12 or less. That'll be a 19. No malfunction, thank you.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, back to me.
Okay, back to you.
2 Wasteland Warriors. They're going to squad link because you saw that red sister behind you.
Yeah.
One of them is on fire.
Yes.
So fire is when I activate, every action I take that is not trying to put out that fire, I'm going to start suffering an automatic power hit from it.
Right.
So am I going to burn the actions here to try to put out that fire, or am I going to, while on fire, sit there and try to fight the Archangel?
Okay, so I assume you can just drop and roll while you're in combat, I'm assuming.
I can, it's just I'm burning actions to sit there and pad myself off while I guess you stand there and laugh. No, I'm not going out like that. I'm going to attack.
Okay.
All right, so an AS of a 5 with my bludgeon, defensive of 5. Need a 10 or less. 19.
That'll be a no.
Doesn't work, and also I take a power 4 hit from the fire.
Okay.
16. He burned to death attack.
So one more man dies.
But you didn't claim that one. That was me. That was all me.
You see why I'm enjoying Michael? I'm enjoying this big nasty guy. I think I'm going to say we can call it that because I can see which way the wind's blowing on this one.
She is going to actually do that move that we just saw her do before, and she's going to just leap off the top here and run away.
Okay, that's fine. Tactical withdrawal, that's fine. Guys, that is how nasty throwing a big guy into your forces can be. You can throw them in and you can have them just absolutely munch through your opponents. If you're just stepping up from your starter box, maybe give them a look to bring you up to that 500 points to actually get your starter games up to full games. I think it's a worthwhile shout.
Oh, it's a terribly nasty addition to your army. There are ways to beat it, though. So.
Okay, well, hang on. I'll tell you what. I've seen how cool they can be. Let's move across to Backstage, and you show me some of the tactics for actually dealing with big, nasty guys like this. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, guys, drop us a comment below. What do you think? Are you going to add a big guy? We'll see you in the next video.
The thing to remember is play to the mission, play to the scenario. If there's some big nasty guy out there, that's points you've invested in to that single guy. Noting here on the battlefield, you only have 2 models. I outnumber you almost 2 to 1.
Yeah, well,
over 2 to 1. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing on the tabletop we actually have these set up as our objectives. So we have 1, 2, and 3 here. So I'm guessing with me only having 2 guys, I'm only ever going to be able to take 2 of those, and they're standing alone to defend them. Now,
Correct.
Michael, I'm not too worried about. The red sister, it could go wrong.
She's still super nasty, but let's see what happens when we're actually playing to objectives and seeing what we can do to mitigate the big threats that these expensive point models bring.
In a world controlled by massive corporations, a steady aim and split-second decisions are needed for your Megacon to complete its goals. Begin your missions at the Mercs Hub on beastsofwar.com. From Viking halls to the cities of the future, terrain buffs will love our foreground hub. Watch gaming tables of all genres come to life at beastsofwar.com.